maybe start with one from, just as an example, you could have your first example from history, you could have your second example from some movie that you watch, and the third example could be personal experience, for example, right? And then when you're picking your example, you want to pick examples that are specific and relevant. What does that mean? Yes. Yeah, good. So if they make sense means that they answer the assignment question. So they have to be related to the question you're answering. And detail is where it means it's specific, right? So include as much detail as possible. And usually when students write essays, they don't include enough detail in their essays. So make sure you do that, right? What do I mean by detail? Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, I was like, yes, I never got into the results.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get it.
You mean where they show you?
They don't show you like...
They would listen to the diagnostic.
You get popped.
Because they're not going to do the breakdown, so you got the diagnostic. So they'll give you your score, and you should be expecting to have your score in these. How do we make the examples in the table more concrete?
Shut up. Oh, your voice.
You shut up before you get stabbed.
It's dead ass, yo, shut up.
Hey.
How do you basically, you see on the table where it's abstract and concrete? Okay, so they give, like for example, yes.
Would the abstract words be like the way we write it generally, and then the concrete is when we do it more specifically?
Right. And on your essay, do you want to be abstract or concrete?
Concrete.
Good. So the first example where you have many people, and usually you do this on your essay, you'll say, oh, many people say. Instead of saying that, if you want to increase your essay score, actually say who said. So for example, to make it more concrete, you could say the entire French club if you were arguing about, I don't know, French club or something. So what about once? How would you make that more specific?
Once?
Yeah. Instead of saying once, whatever, how would you make it more specific? More concrete.
Once as in one or once as in like
Time?
time? Oh.
Yeah.
When you went to the store?
Yeah. Like you can actually include detail about what you mean by once. So if something happened once, actually write about what happened. Instead of just saying once and then continuing on. Does that make sense? With somebody, how can you make it more concrete? Yes.
The guy at the store.
Right, or name the person, right? So give a name and say who it is, like your relation to the person. Give me some advice. How do you make that more, yeah.
Gave me advice on
boyfriend problems.
There we go.
Okay, good. And then you actually say what the problem was and what the advice was, yes? Okay, so if you look at page 227,
I just learned that. You pushing?
what's an example of the piece?
I love how I said hi, he didn't say hi, he just turned around and smiled like that's supposed to mean something.
227. We're talking about planning,
I
yes.
said hi, Tristan.
You can't feel blown in the back.
Yeah. Who offer advice.
So in order to be successful, include whether it's yes or no.
Yeah.
Why you
Yeah, exactly. So yes, people who offer advice are usually wrong because, and then you could say, and usually for your introduction, you may try to do would you include it?
Because I know usually when we're
Yeah, you can. You just write yes, whatever, or no.
the first lesson I did it, the guy marked all around across all of it.
What did he mark on?
Which Actually, make sure it's still recording, please.
The sign over, like, there was something about people and like dreams and stuff. And I was like, yeah, people do have dreams, but some come true, but they come true, not all of them, but yet. And he said, of course, I was finding out because I wrote the sign on the thing. I was like,
You just have to answer the assignment question.
I lost it. I lost it.
Well, that's fine. If you say yes,
he
go
wanted
up.
to go on, he were.
Yeah, don't, that's what you never want to do. Do not rewrite any part of the quotation. Yeah, don't do that. You lose points when you do that. Because they've already given you the quotation. They don't want you to give them the quotation back.
So you can't say basically like quotation.
No, don't rewrite the quote.
So they trying to fool us?
Yeah, you can just say based on the quote something. Don't write the quote back. Because you'll lose points. That's what you do. No, don't do that. The best way to write an introduction is to write yes, or whatever, or no, and then
Video
you
from lunch
kind
that you
of.
couldn't open?
Then you guys just have a 10-minute break. So how much break do we need? 20 minutes?
No.
We're gonna finish this now. Let's just get this done with. Okay, so yes, so you say yes or no, whatever you're answering, and then you can list the examples you're gonna argue. So you can say I'm gonna argue based on the film, whatever, whichever novel you read, we're gonna argue from literature, and then personal experience. Yes? So you can just list the examples you're gonna argue. Then in the, like you see where it says paragraph 2, example, then paragraph 3, elaborate or introduce a new example, and then, so you want to have ideally 3 examples, or if you're going to write on only one, you need to make it very detailed. I think that's hard to do. Like you get a perfect score, we're just going to use one example. So usually you try to use 3. Yeah.
Can you write one example in 2 paragraphs and then another example?
If you include enough detail on the one example you're doing, and then your conclusion. Make your conclusion short.
What else? Conclusion, 5 sentences, like so here.
Yeah, just present your conclusion. It's very short.
I didn't see
In
it.
total, 5. Because you have an introduction, 3 paragraphs, and the main 3 examples.
I put all on a flash drive. I fucking love this video. I have the, let's say, no video of any video that's ever been sent to me. You could actually look at it. Wow. I really want to see it.
Who's whistling in this class? That's very disrespectful.
The word I, all my teachers tell me I'm not supposed to use it in like an SAT essay, but this essay over here uses it.
Yeah, you're allowed to use I if you're arguing from personal experience.
So that's